force of habit. When trying to come up with a theme for today, I thought, what's a graduation speech, but essentially a love letter to the institution that you'll be leaving? Then I started thinking, if Temple Dental is the kind of person you'd be with in a relationship, I imagine they'd be the kind of person who practices tough love. You know, maybe pushes you down the steps once in a while just to kind of keep you on your toes. Allowing better judgment to prevail, I decided to forego this ill-conceived love letter. I wanted instead to try and distill the essence of dental school, because it really is a unique educational experience. Most schooling is going to class, taking some tests, writing some papers, and you're done. It wasn't quite that simple for us. First 2 years of dental school, you're learning about dentistry, you're working on fake teeth with a full load of class and the endless number of exams that accompany them. Second 2 years, you're learning how little you know about dentistry. All of a sudden, just a couple weeks removed from class, you're working on very real patients, all of whom have very real teeth, some of whom are a little bit scared to see you, and none of whom are interested in hearing, "You'll have to bear with me, I've never done this before." In addition to the rigorous amount of classwork, we have numerous clinical requirements, national licensing exams, state licensing exams, certification, booking appointments. It's a lot of work. And progress towards meeting these goals towards graduation can be a very precarious thing here. Often progress comes very slowly and is always fraught with the possibility of getting derailed at any moment by anything imaginable. Patients will vanish into thin air. I've never seen anything like it. Most of the time you're here, you're not really sure where you stand towards graduation and if you'll ever be done. To be a student in dental school, a lot of times, is just to be in an atmosphere of constant anxiety, which never really lets up until right now, when, along with your diploma, you get that eerie sense of calm, knowing that at last, there are no more hoops to jump through. There's no more flights of stairs to go up and down to get signatures. There's nothing left to enter the computer, just finally that you may go in peace. So in addition to all the idiosyncrasies of dental school, our class was also thrown a few curveballs, as Chris and Dinesh had mentioned. These curveballs at times started to feel like stepping into a batting cage gone completely haywire. Since Dinesh had begun to implement his ambitious vision for the school, which includes a full overhaul, both physically and conceptually, as to how it's run, it's really been the smaller day-to-day changes that have been the hallmark of our last year here. And my class has struggled and resiliency to deal with them. As we finally got a handle on how things ran around here, we were made to relearn several clinical procedures and policies, and significant portions of our daily routine were altered, and we had to learn all the kinks that still had yet to be ironed out of them. All of these new protocols just to use for a few months before we left, and at times when we were focusing on learning dentistry, it was overwhelming and frustrating for us. We were told to deal with it, and for the most part, I think our class honored their role quite admirably as the first step towards change here. Now, to honor this change taking place at the school, our class wanted to help with the renovation, so we decided our class gift would be a new bathroom, because what better place than a bathroom to store all the BS that we've had to deal with for the past couple of years. Determined there simply was not enough space for a room of this size, so we're gonna come up with something else. Bunch of people to thank, so let's get right to it. If you'd like a testament to the quality of education one receives here, I'd like to offer myself as Exhibit A. When I walked through the doors of Temple Dental, the only dental knowledge I had was that teeth are used to chew food, and they're located somewhere within the mouth. After 2 years in the clinic, thanks to our fine faculty, myself and my class have been transformed into competent professionals that you see before you today. Everything we've learned up until this point has been from our faculty's guidance. And if we haven't said it yet, we want to say thanks. Your dedication to mentoring a new generation of dentists and coming in every day to teach us is truly a noble and selfless pursuit. and we truly appreciate all you've done for us. To the class of 2010, it's been an honor and a privilege to be your class president. After being in close quarters for 4 years, it's hard to believe that this is the last time many of us will see each other. And while the struggles we've had to endure are something I'm looking forward to putting behind, I'm deeply going to miss your company, your commiseration, and your camaraderie. Especially you, Mike Billy. As a native of this great city, I hope you've learned that Philadelphia is not nearly as bad as Philadelphians will tell you it is. And to those of you who are continuing on next year to a residency or specializing or, God forbid, going back to work, I wish you nothing but the best. To my family, Mom, Dad, Ian, and Beth, as always, thank you for your love and support. Mom and Dad, a couple of things I picked up in dental school. Some of the secrets to success here are cleaning up after yourself and not losing things. You'll be happy to know I've become pretty good at both of those. To the New York Times crossword puzzle, thank you for getting me through hours and hours of some of the more tedious lecture material. You were always there for me. And of course, thank you to my beautiful wife, Amy. Thank you for figuring out the dental school and financial aid applications, because without your help, I definitely, literally would not be here. More importantly, thank you for sacrificing everything for the past 4 years and supporting my decision to come back to school. Thank you for your unwavering support when I might have been short on time or patience or good spirits. Thank you for watching hours of television at muted volumes so I could study for my tests. And thank you for agreeing to still go ahead with the whole marriage thing during all this. That was big of you. I can't totally remember what it's like to have free time, but I'm looking forward to figuring out how to spend it with you again. In parting,
this again
as
for your father,
we
and
become
you
the
better
newest batch
recite
of
it back
alumni
to me.
from this proud and venerable institution, I'd like to re-emphasize our class has probably sacrificed more time, energy, and patience for this school than any other graduating class in recent history. And, at times, things were a little intense, words might have been exchanged, but, we'd like to let the school know there's no hard feelings, we're willing to forgive and forget, just don't ask us for any money. To the class of 2010, I wish you all the best. Onward and upward to bigger and better, and in the words of a wise man and what he told us what seems like ages ago, it wasn't always fun, but at least it was long. Thank you.